old people here, their grandparents, they put in the water systems themselves by hand. They did the best that they could do with what they had. My name is John Thrower. I live here in Hobson, Virginia. During the course of our water issues over the years, there have been many times when our water has been shut off with no notice. We'd get in the car and we'd drive to Walmart just to use the bathroom. Something's wrong with that. That shouldn't happen.
I knew they were without water, and it literally kept me up at night sometimes, knowing their situation. My name is Andy Crocker. I'm the Virginia State Manager for SERCAP. The issues here in Hobson related to water quality. They receive water from a well here, actually 2 wells. Our city water main runs right down the main road through Hobson. And so you would think, why not just hook up to city water?
The main reason is because of cost. We don't make a lot of money. And to hook up to city water with the figures we were given was expensive.
The water systems, and there were 2 here in Hobson, are both small, privately community-owned systems. My name is Daniel Horn. I'm an engineering field director with the Virginia Department of Health Office of Drinking Water. The major problem with the water here in Hobson, it is naturally high in fluoride. At the levels of fluoride that Hobson sees, the teeth will get discolored. They will start to develop pits that can weaken the teeth.
I've been in Hobson for over 30 years. I've never, ever drank a glass of water from the faucets in Hobson.
And they can't afford to install treatment to remove the fluoride.
See, and it's a good thing Mary gave me these.
My wife and I first met SERCAP back in 2008. They were in the area to further discuss alleviating some of our well issues.
My name is Russell Rice. I'm the Director of Planning and Development for SERCAP. So the RCD funding, because it funds technical assistance and training, it allowed us to work with the community members to completely understand all the options that were available to them, which those options changed between 2008 and 2019.
The water line comes down this way, and so we can just straight shot without interrupting any of that.
Right.
Yeah. We got together with the residents here in Hobson a pretty fair number of times.
Every meeting that we had, I would call them and ask, can you come down? They never said no. And that in itself seemed to bring people together because it seemed like nobody else cared.
The RCD grant funding, the technical assistance we were able to provide, was to give them expert guidance, to give them the facts that they needed to make a decision on their own.
The best solution, in our opinion, and ultimately they agreed with us, was for them to get onto city water.
SERCAP helped that happen. SERCAP also came up with the money to pay for the connection fees so that people didn't have to pay thousands of dollars to connect to city water out of their own pocket.
It's not costing the residents here of Hobson anything for the hookup. We will ultimately all be required to pay our own water bills.
Without the involvement of the Rural Community Development Program and funds, there would have been no way for us to have come anywhere near close to addressing this problem on the long-term scale. It allowed us to leverage those federal funds into other state monies and other funding sources that would pay for the construction component of this project.
To see people like the Throwers and their neighbors get clean, reliable water is just, it's the whole reason why I come to work every day.
The people here didn't give up. They kept looking for alternatives, and thanks to SERCAP, they were able to achieve those alternatives and get better quality water.
So we're extremely happy now to be on city water. It's a game changer. It's a life changer, not just for us, but our kids, our grandkids. We're able to leave a legacy.
The Rural Community Development Program is one of 6 programs within the Office of Community Services that is dedicated to reducing the causes and consequences of poverty, increasing opportunity and the economic security of individuals and families, and revitalizing communities. The Office of Community Services is located within the Administration for Children and Families within the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. RCD serves very small communities in sparsely populated rural areas made up predominantly of residents with low income who lack safe water and wastewater and often even indoor plumbing. For over 50 years, RCD has been filling gaps in ensuring safe water and wastewater services that are not addressed by other federal programs. Learn more at acf.hhs.gov/OCS. Produced in 2019 by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.